What's up, movie fans? Welcome back to another review on the channel. Today we're looking at Just Mercy, which was released in 2019. It's directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who is actually directing Shang-Chi, coming up soon. And it stars Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, and Brie Larson, and Tim Blake Nelson as well. Mercy is a very powerful movie, and I like to think that it sits quite nicely next to Richard Jewell as drama-based, real story-based drama movies released in 2019 that technically got released in 2020 in the United Kingdom. I will always prefer Richard Jewell personally, but that doesn't mean I think this movie's bad. It's really, really good, and actually I'd say it's probably more emotional at the end of this movie than it is at Richard Jewell, but both movies are fantastic, and I think this one may have got nominated for Oscars. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can check that. But again, it's a movie that I remember following quite a lot. When it was coming out and stuff, and I remember seeing the trailer and thinking this movie looks really, really, really good, and it did look really good. And I think everyone in the movie, much like Richard Jewell, gives absolutely stellar performances. I think I have to hand the best performances definitely to both Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. Towards the end, I'll probably hand it to Jamie Foxx, to be honest, but they both give fantastic performances. The story being told is once again absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see what Destin Daniel Cretton can do with Marvel and stuff. And it's interesting, juxtapositioning and all of that. And I just think that the movie itself is so well shot and edited, and you really feel for the characters, and it's much like Richard Jewell, you really do get in depth with the characters and want to root for them and stuff, and it does get quite emotional, and I love that sort of filmmaking. There's so many great shots here as well. I think I have to give a big shout out to one of the guards who at first seems like a bit of a cunt, but actually seems like quite a chill guy. So big shout outs to that guard with short brown hair, tallish white man. If you've seen the movie, or he's actually in the trailer, so you can catch him at one point. But yeah, I have to say that Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx, they really do bounce off each other. They have a fantastic. I don't want to say chemistry because it's not supposed to be chemistry, but you know what I mean. They have great chemistry bouncing off each other with the script and that, and the scenes they're in together. And it's really a powerful story about a community coming together to prove someone's innocence, and it really does paint this horrible picture of the United States justice system, and of particularly how they treated black people back in the day. I mean, I want to say the biggest example I could think of that in this film is Herb was obviously a man who fought in Vietnam, and he had obviously severe PTSD and stuff like that. Nowadays, if he had committed that crime, he wouldn't have been electrocuted like that. He would have probably had the help that he needed before that he could commit that crime. But back then there wasn't that kind of stuff, and obviously he committed that crime and he was electrocuted. But nowadays, if that sort of thing happened, I think people would have helped him before it got to the point where he could do what he did. And even if he did do what he did, I think he'd still get help, because he's clearly a victim of PTSD and stuff like that. And that scene is particularly heartwarming. When I say heartwarming, it's particularly emotional when he gets electrocuted. But everyone gives, like I said, it's just so beautifully well shot and edited and mixed. And big shout outs to Joel P. West on the score. It's a fantastic soundtrack that really gives those vibes away of that particular area they're going for. And Brie Larson gives another fantastic performance as well. I think everyone here just knocks it straight out of the park, and I can't wait to see what Destin Daniel Cretton can do with Marvel, like I said. And Joel P. West is also scoring Shang-Chi as we speak right now, supposedly at Abbey Road in London. He is scoring Shang-Chi, so yeah, that's fun to see. I was very happy when I saw Joel P. West, but unlike say Natalie Holt with Loki, who I didn't hear any of her stuff before, I obviously had seen this movie before they announced that Joel P. West was composing for Shang-Chi, so I sort of knew what to expect. But also, I don't expect it to sound like Just Mercy at all, because Just Mercy has a very specific sound to it that's designed to work around the story that Just Mercy is telling, and it's definitely not an action score. It's more of a soulful sort of southern score, whereas with Shang-Chi it's obviously going to be an action score. So I'm actually really excited to see how how Joel P. West manages to do that with what we've seen his talents here in Just Mercy. And I know it's going to be very different, so I can't wait to see that. But like I said, you're hearing the track Just Mercy by Mr. Joel P. West there. I'm sorry if it's a bit quiet, because I can't seem to get it to. It's quite a quiet track, but I try my best to get it to sound the best as I can. But yeah, I'm happy with the reviews at the moment and stuff. Why am I saying this 4 minutes in? But yeah, like I said, the movie itself, again, the whole cast really carries this movie, like, without a doubt, and the locals and the sets are fantastic as well. It's great to see Michael B. Jordan really pushing himself to do brilliant here, and the same with Jamie Foxx. They're all just really pushing themselves to be the best actor they can be, and that's really fantastic to see at the end of the day. And I'm excited to see how this progresses and where they go both ways with it. But it's also nice to see that the real life Bryan Stevenson was very much involved in the production of this movie. He was there for quite a lot of it and stuff, so it's good to see that, and I'm pretty sure the family of Walter was obviously quite involved as well. But obviously, unfortunately, much like with Richard Jewell, Walter D. McMillan is unfortunately no longer with us. He passed away in 2013 of dementia, and it's really sad because when you look at the end credits, one of the characters that Johnny D, which is his nickname sort of thing, so I'm going to call him that, Johnny D has next door to him in the cell, called Ray, he got out in 2015 after 30 years, and by that point Johnny D was already dead. He was dead for 2 years, so it's kind of sad that they really never got to see each other again, but I was just thinking that when I saw the credits roll, like, that's sad, he was already dead. I'm sure when he got out, one of the first things he wanted to do was, try and see if he can get in contact with Johnny D, but I'm probably sure Bryan Stevenson told him that Johnny D had passed away before he came out, because Bryan Stevenson was overlooking that case too. So, but yeah, that's just a little thing that I didn't do any research to find that out. That was in the end credits of the movie. But yeah, everyone just cracks out performances here. Absolutely fantastic. It's a very emotional movie towards the end, and that's something that I applaud it for being so well made. It's another movie that in the United Kingdom only came out on DVD and 4K digitally, so I own both DVDs for Richard Jewell and Just Mercy. I recently purchased the 4K of Richard Jewell on Google Play, so I like to have the physical stuff, but if it's easier to watch it digitally, then I guess I'll have to with Richard Jewell specifically. But yeah, Just Mercy, I watched it on Now, which usually I don't do that because they're slightly shorter than. For some reason they trim like almost 10 minutes off of the versions on Now TV. But with Just Mercy, turns out that the version on Now was 2 hours 11 minutes long, and the version on the DVD was 2 hours and 11 minutes long. So I watched it on there because I don't realise how low quality DVDs actually are compared to Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD and that other sort. But yeah, like I said, it's an absolutely fantastic movie. It's a very movie that you can feel very sad with, but also feel very happy with. It can get you go through all the emotions quite quickly, which is fantastic to see. But yeah, again, like I said, all very talented people behind it. It's a movie that I had very much followed when it came out and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, it's just a fantastic movie to watch and stuff, and I highly recommend people go watch it because it's really well done, and it's another Warner Brothers movie. Both Richard Jewell and Just Mercy were put out by Warner, so that's fun. And both movies in America had Blu-ray releases, but not over here, which is fantastic. But yeah, like I said, it's an absolutely stellar movie. I really very much enjoy it. It's one of those movies where it's not your standard action comic book comedy movie. It's very much down to earth, true story that's told beautifully and fantastically, with the way it's shot and the way it's edited, and the score is fantastic. There's some really beautiful shots in this movie. There's a lovely shot of Michael B. Jordan in a car driving along, and you can just see the car above the tree line. So it's just this lovely nature shot, and it's a fantastic shot, and I love that shot specifically in this movie. It's one of my favourite shots. But the ending here is also fantastic. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I have just updated the playlist on Spotify for music used in my review to put the Just Mercy track there, so do check that out. I am starting pre-production and production on the Doctor Who stuff, thinking about how I'm going to do it. 10 hours, if I was going to do the way I was going to do it, I have to change up this week's schedule a bit, so I'll probably end up doing Batman v Superman tomorrow and The Hunt on Tuesday, but I don't actually know because it's very painful. I might actually have to just end this week's schedule here to actually fit in for next week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out the streams this evening and stuff. I'm going to be playing some new games that I bought recently. Well, I say new games, but still we're going to play some fun new games and stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Go check out Just Mercy. It's a fantastic movie, and bye bye for now.